Hey, English learners! Welcome back to the English Leap podcast, your go-to English podcast for learning English in a simple way. I'm Erin.
And I'm Evan. We're so glad you're here with us today. So, Erin, how was your morning?
It was interesting. I was rushing around, doing little things, and then I stopped and thought, wait, where did my whole morning go?
That happens to me too. Sometimes I finish a whole week and I can't even remember what I really did. Just work, phone, messages, repeat. And maybe too much snacking.
Yes, snacks count as activities now. But seriously, it makes me wonder, how much of our time do we actually live? And how much do we just lose?
That's a deep question, and I think many of our listeners feel the same. We all say, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll start later. But then tomorrow becomes next week, and next week becomes next year.
Yes. And one day we look back and realize time has passed, and we can't bring it back. Unlike snacks, those always come back.
True. But that's why today's topic is so important. We're talking about something that touches every single one of us. Don't waste your life.
This is not just an English lesson, it's also a life lesson. We'll share stories, reflections, and words that can change the way you see your time.
And before we dive in, a quick reminder, every episode of the English Leap podcast comes with a free PDF guide. You'll find the link in the description. Inside, you'll get today's transcript, practice questions, and reflection prompts to help you think about today's topic, how not to waste your life, while also improving your English.
And later in the episode, our friend Crystal will join us with her vocabulary breakdown. She'll explain some of the key words we use about life, time, and purpose. So even if you hear something new, don't worry. Crystal will make it clear and simple for you.
So stay with us. This is going to be a meaningful journey. You asked for it. And today, we're here with it.
So please take a deep breath, listen closely, and let's begin.
Let's start with something simple, but powerful. Life has a purpose.
Yes. Without purpose, life can feel empty, like running on a treadmill. You're moving, but not really going anywhere.
I know that feeling. I once spent weeks just working and sleeping. No joy, no growth, no meaning.
Same for me. I remember a time when I was only focused on earning money. I worked every day, but at night I still felt unhappy.
That's the difference between just existing and really living. Purpose gives us direction, like a compass.
And purpose doesn't have to be huge. It could be as simple as learning English, spending time with family, or helping a friend.
Right. When we live with purpose, even small actions bring fulfillment, that deep satisfaction that you're using your life well.
Exactly. And purpose also makes us notice how precious time really is.
True. Because if you don't know your purpose, it's easy to waste hours, days, even years.
Yes. That's why the next point is so important. Time is your most valuable resource.
Time is fleeting. Once it passes, you can never get it back.
We often think money is valuable, but the truth is, you can lose money and earn it again. You can't do that with time.
Exactly. I once wasted months saying, I'll start exercising tomorrow. But tomorrow never came. And suddenly, I had lost an entire year.
I've been there too. In college, I told myself, I'll study later. Then exams came and I panicked. That was pure procrastination.
The problem is, time doesn't stop. The clock keeps moving. Whether we use it or waste it.
Yes. Every choice we make is really a choice about time. If we waste 1 hour, it's like throwing away a piece of our life.
And if we use 1 hour well, to learn, to love, to grow, it becomes a treasure we carry forever.
That's why time is more valuable than gold. You can store gold, but you can't store time.
And that's the truth many people forget. Until it's too late.
You know, that reminds me of how I sometimes waste time without even noticing. Last week, I sat down to check the weather, but then I ended up scrolling through funny videos. 30 minutes gone, and I still didn't know if it was going to rain.
Oh, I get that. Once, I opened my laptop to answer 2 emails. Just 2. But then, I clicked on one random video. Suddenly, 2 hours were gone, and those emails were still waiting for me.
That's procrastination in action. It feels small in the moment, but later you realize those hours just disappeared.
Exactly. It's like a leaking water tank. You don't hear the drops, but by morning, the tank is empty.
That's a good metaphor. Distractions look harmless, but they slowly steal whole days, even years.
And that's why our next point matters so much. Living with intention.
For me, intention started with something tiny. I told myself, tonight I'll read just 2 pages of a book before bed. That small choice grew into a daily reading habit.
That happened to me with running. At first, I thought, I'll run when I feel like it. Of course, that meant I never ran. Then I wrote in my calendar, run at 6 p.m. That one clear decision changed everything.
Intention is like a GPS. Without it, you drive in circles, wasting fuel. With it, even if you take a longer road, you're still moving toward the right place.
Exactly. Living with intention doesn't mean being perfect. It means knowing your direction and protecting your time from things that don't matter.
And when you do that, even ordinary days feel meaningful. Because you know your time is going where your heart wants it to go.
And you know, one of the worst ways to waste life is to stop growing.
Exactly. When we stop learning, we stop moving forward. Life becomes like standing water. It just sits there, and slowly it gets stale.
I remember when I stopped reading books for a while. Months passed, and I felt stuck, like I was living the same week again and again.
Oh, I had the same with language learning. I told myself, I know enough English. But then one day, I couldn't express a simple idea, and I felt so frustrated. That moment pushed me back into learning.
And that's the beauty of it. Growth doesn't have to be big. Reading 1 page a day, practicing English for 10 minutes, learning 1 new word. It all adds up.
Right. It's like planting seeds. A single seed looks small, but if you water it daily, one day it becomes a tree that gives shade and fruit.
Exactly. Every day of growth is a day not wasted.
You know, when we think about not wasting life, we often think about success or money. But in the end, what matters most are people.
Yes. I remember when I bought my first expensive gadget. At first, I felt excited. But after a week, it was just another object on my desk.
I can relate. I once spent weeks saving for a new dress. I wore it a few times, and then it just stayed in the closet. But the laughter I shared with my best friend that summer, that memory is still alive.
That's the point. Things lose their shine, but relationships keep giving.
Exactly. When I think about my happiest memories, they always involve people. Family dinners, long talks with friends, even simple walks.
And honestly, relationships are like mirrors. They reflect who we are and help us grow. Without them, even success feels empty.
So, if you want to live fully, don't waste time only chasing things. Invest in people, because love and connection are treasures you can't buy.
You know, many people waste life trying to avoid problems.
Yes, but the truth is, challenges make us stronger. They're not walls to stop us. They're weights to build our muscles.
I remember when I failed my driving test. Honestly, I wanted to give up. But I tried again, practiced more, and when I finally passed, the joy was much greater because of the struggle.
I get that. For me, it was public speaking. The first time, my hands were shaking. My voice was trembling. I wanted to hide. But after each attempt, I got better. And now I can even enjoy it.
That's the beauty of challenges. They feel painful at first, but they give meaning later.
Exactly. Life without struggle is like a movie without conflict. Boring, flat, and forgettable.
So don't waste life avoiding challenges. Embrace them. They're the stepping stones to growth.
And this brings us to our final point. Don't wait for the perfect time.
Yes, someday is the most dangerous word in life. Someday often means never.
I remember when I dreamed of learning guitar. For years, I said, I'll start when I'm less busy. But busy never ended. One day, I finally picked it up and I thought, why didn't I just start earlier?
I had the same with fitness. I kept saying, I'll join the gym after this month. But then a year passed, and I was still waiting. Finally, I just went, and that first step changed everything.
That's the secret. Action creates momentum. You don't need to climb the whole mountain today. You just need to take one step.
Exactly. Life is too short to keep waiting. Don't waste your life on someday. Start today, even if it's small.
Because one small step today can become the big victory you'll thank yourself for tomorrow.
Yes, and that's the heart of our message. Don't waste your life. Use your time with purpose, with love, and with growth.
And now, it's time for Crystal's vocabulary breakdown.
She'll explain some of the key words from today's episode, so you can understand them clearly and use them in your own conversations.
So stay with us, and let's hand it over to Crystal.
Yes, here's Crystal.
Hi everyone, this is Crystal, and welcome to the Vocabulary Breakdown. Let's look at some useful words and phrases from today's episode. Ready? Let's begin. Fulfillment, meaning a deep feeling of satisfaction or happiness when you do something meaningful. Example, she felt fulfillment when she helped her community. Fleeting, meaning something that lasts for only a short time. Example, childhood is fleeting. It passes so quickly. Procrastination, meaning the habit of delaying something important by doing other things instead. Example, his procrastination made him watch videos instead of finishing his homework. Distractions, meaning things that take your attention away from what you should focus on. Example, the noise outside was a big distraction while she was studying. Intention, meaning a clear aim or plan for what you want to do. Example, her intention was to read for 10 minutes before bed every night. Embrace, meaning to accept something, especially a challenge or change, willingly. Example, he decided to embrace the new opportunity, even though it scared him. Momentum, meaning the energy or force that keeps something moving forward. Example, after writing the first page, she had the momentum to finish her story. Conflict, meaning a struggle, disagreement, or problem that creates tension. Example: every good movie has a conflict that the hero must overcome. Reflection, meaning careful thought or consideration about something important. Example: after a long walk, he sat in reflection about his future. Existence, meaning the state of being alive or simply living. Example: without purpose, life can feel like empty existence. Stale, meaning lacking freshness, energy, or interest. Old and not useful anymore. Example: his routine became stale because he never tried new things. So those were our words for today. Try using them in your own sentences. That way, they'll become part of your active vocabulary.
Thank you, Crystal. That was super helpful.
Yes, I love how these words don't just build our English. They also make us think more deeply about life.
Exactly. And that's the heart of today's episode. Don't waste your life.
Thank you all for joining us. Remember, every small choice you make today can create a better tomorrow.
We'll see you next time here on the English Leap podcast.
Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and don't waste your life.